crazy. But the left likes to talk about, well, now we're in this deficit now. So we're going to jump into the tax plan. So, Donald Trump's tax plan, right? And it's a little bit of the reason why I might sound like I'm a Trump supporter. It's only for the show, but really,
Trump supporter.
I'm actually anti now because of the fact that he isn't doing some of the things that I wanted him to do. This tax plan that's coming out is... Here's what's funny. People always say, well, this tax plan's screwing us. And I'm like, well, why? And they go, what's going to put us immediately, we're going to be $1.4 trillion more into a deficit. And I'm like,
we're in a shit ton of debt anyway.
We're already in a deficit.
Doesn't matter.
But why didn't you care before? Now you care just because Trump's in office? And that's what irritates me all about these anti-Trump people. It's like, y'all are only caring because he's in office when you should have been caring for the last 10 years about all this shit. Like, what are you even talking about now? Like, they tune into CNN more just because this guy's in office, and it's the stupidest thing. Again, I hate sounding like I'm defending him, but I'm not. I'm just literally pointing out the facts that you guys are caring about shit that you shouldn't
Trump
care.
Supporter.
Right. I'm racist. God damn it. It's like, but when it comes to this, bro, like we're in a deficit and we're going to stay there. One of the things that I don't like that Trump promised, he didn't really promise it. It wasn't part of his campaign promise, but he just said it. And that might be a part of the Cambridge Analytics that told him to say this, but he literally was saying, we're going to audit the Fed. We're going to audit the Fed.
Did Trump say that?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
Bro, that was my number one thing that was like, hey, voting for him. Fuck that. Voting for him.
And then, did he audit the Fed? Is he even trying?
He hasn't yet.
He ain't going to do it.
And
it's just said what the people wanted to hear.
Right.
Man, he ain't no.
If he audits the Fed, and here's another thing, when it goes back to Cambridge Analytics and Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton goes to jail, which she should for the stuff that she did.
What?
Hey, I'll believe she wasn't in on it then. But until she goes to jail, it proves that she was in on it. Well, she's not going to go to jail. No, they're not even going to do an investigation. And if they do, it'll get tossed out.
No, only like regular people like us would go to jail. She doesn't because she's like a famous politician and rich person.
She's paid all the people the right money.
She's a member of the elite. No, she'll get away from it. And things that matter more. I mean, focusing on someone like that is wasting your energy.
Yeah, his tax plan, it's terrible because it doesn't attack the Fed like I want it to. It seems to attack kind of the middle class. And is that bad? I mean, and keep in mind, is it attacking anybody? No, it's literally taking 50% away from corporations versus what we get taxed at, right? Mm-hmm. But that's supposed to trickle down. Well, that's stupid because we know it's not. We know corporations. I mean, Coca-Cola had a public statement saying that they weren't going to give their employees or hire more people or anything with that money. Like, that was crazy that they just came out and said that. And that should show you proof enough that the corporations are always in on for themselves. There needs to be laws that are passed that shows that corporations are actually helping the people that are actually being, call it the American law or the American rule. Make it, name it that. So that way, it holds some weight somehow. And people will literally start saying, okay, there's a law that we're making that says, since you're here in America, oh God, never mind, that we're going to have another problem. Never mind. I just answered my own question. Well, just because of the fact that that's the reason why this tax plan kind of does work when you think about it. Like, you should be able to say this. Even if you're anti-Trump, doesn't matter. You should be able to say this. Okay, on paper and logically, yes. Due to the fact that America has the highest tax for corporations, all these companies export all their shit. So we need to bring these companies back to America. So now it's only 15%. Now hopefully these countries will come, bring everything back, and they'll start actually paying out to people.
Hopefully.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Unless the prices overseas are still cheaper.
Right. So people shouldn't be mad like, oh my God, no, nothing changes with you. You're still going to get taxed what you get taxed. But the corporation's not getting less tax. So hopefully you work somewhere where they give you a bonus. I heard AT&T gave their workers like $1,000 bonus. Hopefully what's going to happen is these companies are going to start trickling down this money like they should and keeping jobs here because of the fact that, yes, America has the highest tax. Like, of course, if you're a business and you're here in America, you're like, I'm going to export all my shit then because you're taxing me so high. That's only smart. That's a smart business plan. You didn't get there for no reason. You got there because you're smart. You're going to make a smart business plan and you're going to export your shit. So due to the fact that they did that, like, I think this idea of the plan, yes, it's great, but is it going to really happen the way they think it is? I doubt it. I really doubt it. I just don't see corporations helping the people because that's a different podcast on what corporations are and what they do to people.
They'll never help people unless they have to or if it makes them look good in the moment.
Yeah.